Hey, this is Yusuf Toropov checking in from Central Ireland, and this is the first in a series, probably a fairly long series of videos that I'll be sharing about Todd Field's quite remarkable screenplay for the film Tar, which starred Kate Blanchett. Kate Blanchett was nominated for an Oscar for her performance in this film, and it's a really remarkable screenplay. The reason I'm putting together a series of short videos on this, at least this first one's going to be short, is that Tar is the kind of film that inspires repeat viewings. If you've already seen the film, I suspect you may have a sense of what I'm talking about. If you haven't seen the film, this drama about a fictional orchestra conductor has a pretty heavy footprint online. It's uh, it's one of these films that people are constantly comparing notes on, discussing, evaluating, sharing theories, watching and rewatching over and over again. I suspect I've seen this film 8 to 10 times by this point. And there's plenty of people out there who have watched it 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Now, I'm a screenwriter and a playwright and a novelist, and I was curious about what it was about this particular script that inspired that level of attention from viewers. And the answer I came up with is that knowingly or not, probably knowingly, Todd Field is employing a technique popularized by Ernest Hemingway, who gave it the name of the iceberg theory. And basically, what this theory suggests is that um, that which appears in the script is a small percentage of what is taking place in the world of the characters. And I think Hemingway's metaphor around it is something along the lines of that the dignity of an iceberg, the gravitas of an iceberg, arises from the fact that 9/10 of it is underwater. And as a practical matter, iceberg theory, which by the way shows up all the way back to Shakespeare and probably well before that, um, what this principle boils down to for writers, and I would argue specifically for screenwriters, it's quite important. The idea that you can add by subtracting. Often this means you create a lot of content, a lot of backstory, a lot of scenes, and then you winnow down what actually goes in your final draft of the script so that it's the bare minimum necessary to create an engaging situation. Often you're posing more questions than you are answering, significantly more questions than you are answering when you are following Hemingway's technique. Hemingway was justly famous for using this technique in his novels, and I'm going to argue in the videos that follow, which will go into exhaustive detail on a page basis through the screenplay for Tar, that Todd Field also used the iceberg technique, and I'll look at the ways I'm going to argue that he did choose to add by subtracting and posing questions rather than answering all the questions. Probably once or twice a week is when you're going to see these videos from me, and I'm looking forward to it.